Hey everybody, it's that time again to talk about what's going on all across Collin County in the Dallas-Fort Worth real estate market. And as usual, before I get into the numbers, I like to give context. So the news says rates are dropping. Well, they're staying pretty even. Let's talk about why. So of course, inflation's coming in pretty hot. Bond yields are high. Last Friday we had a big sell-off on the stock market. Today it recovered some. But let's see how long that lasts. So today West Texas crude's about 91.30, up slightly from last week. And Brent crude is up about 93.67, up slightly. Why do I talk about oil? Oil's a big inflation driver. Inflation causes yields to go up. And the 10-year T-bill's at 4.562. Last week it was under 4.5. So that's not good for mortgage rates. And sellers, if you think it's a seller's market, it definitely is not one in Dallas-Fort Worth. And there's a lot going on in Collin County, up in the Frisco, Prosper, Salina area. The last year, home prices are down about 9%. So if you're in those areas, builders are sitting on over 125 plus luxury listings. There's a lot of focus on what's going on in that area now. I'll let you look up the news on that. Not going to go into it, but across Collin County, prices over last year in general down about 6.1%. So that doesn't mean every single house is down 6.1, nor does it mean that in Prosper, Frisco, and Salina. But in general, it's that way. So if you think you bought last year or this year and you're going to make hand over fist profit, think again. It is not that market. This isn't COVID. So now let's get into the numbers. Last week, all across Dallas-Fort Worth, there are 9,659 new listings. That's up 2,998. Of course, we had a holiday the week before. 1,056 homes went back on the market. That's up 133. Buyers have lots of choices. If you're not willing to make seller concessions or repairs, if you're not willing to make repairs, don't bother putting your home on the market. In this current market, you're not going to make it. And be prepared to sell for under list price in most cases, and many times some seller concessions. So keep that in mind. 1,220 home sellers raised the price of their home. They're not listening to their agent, not paying attention to the market. That's up 654 from the week before. Now here's the number. Had 10,958 smart people, up 2,869 from last week. They reduced the price of their homes. Now I have some sellers I've talked to. They asked if reducing the price of their home would help. Looked at the numbers, and no, it would not help. Price reduction does not always mean it's going to sell. You need an experienced agent. You need them to look at the numbers. Don't listen to your friends and family. They don't know what homes are selling for. Zillow doesn't. Redfin doesn't. None of those portals do. Only realtors and title companies, buyers and sellers know what homes are selling for. There are 1,891 homes that went under contract all across DFW, up 96 from the last week. 5,865 homes closed. That's up to 94. So homes are still selling. Even in this market, people have to move. With rates high, it's a great opportunity for you as a buyer and seller, even though it seems counterintuitive. It's a good market for you. Yes, you're going to get less, but you're going to get the same deal a buyer would looking at other homes. Potential seller concessions and buying under list, so keep that in mind. There are 2,464 homes that expired off MLS. That's up 108. That's probably people that didn't listen to their agent, or maybe they're not allowing showings. Many times having tenants in a home can cause issues. If you have large dogs, that can scare off buyers. I talk about this from time to time. You have to be cooperative with showings. You don't want a prior day notice. You don't want to have 2 or 3 hours notice. In some cases, that's not, you can't help that. If that's the case, it is what it is. And 3,083 home sellers got frustrated, threw their hands up and canceled. That's down to 1,001 from the week before. So now let's talk about just Collin County. So currently there's 6,027 homes active on the market. So buyers, just in Collin County, if you're looking, and there's many people relocating to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, looking up 6,000, that's 6,027. 487 homes are under option contract right now. There's 1,718 homes pending. And year to date, we've had 7,223 homes close in all of Collin County. If you have any questions about what's going on in your neighborhood, feel free to reach out to me. And if you have any questions about anything real estate related, feel free to ask. All my contact information is at this end of this video. If you have questions about services that you need, doesn't have to be real estate related. I've lived in Dallas since I was 2. I have lots of connections. Hope you found this information useful, and I'm going to start doing some more videos hopefully this week. It's super busy. Was at a walkthrough inspection for a buyer today. Hope you're doing well. See you next week. Enjoy the dry weather, but it is humid. See you soon.